From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Brought to you by SSP TV and the Standard Speaker.
Deja vu for some residents in the valley. Heavy rain brings flooding, closed roads, filling basements, and homes with water, forcing rescues and evacuations. When will the water worries end? News 13 was in the flood zone all morning, touring the devastated neighborhoods. Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us, everyone. I'm Kristen Bazinski. Well, I think it's safe to say rain is the last thing Luzerne County needs right now, but it seems like lately it's all we've been seeing. In fact, so far this month, parts of Greater Hazleton have recorded more than 16 inches and counting. The excess water has caused major flooding in parts of Butler Township. Officials even called a declaration of emergency today. News 13's Nikki Cry spoke to some who were forced to leave their homes this morning. They were rescued by boat.
We didn't expect this much rain. We went to bed last night hoping it would be over.
Unfortunately, Jim Moran and his wife were wrong. The flooding in Butler Township was just beginning. The couple, along with many others, was rescued by boat today. Valley Regional firefighters were going non-stop since 2 o'clock this morning.
Down in Nesco Manor, we rescued one individual down there. Then we moved over to Sleepy Hollow where we got the call for multiple residents trapped. We ended up rescuing almost 15 people down there with around 4 pets. And then we moved over here to the golf course here and rescued approximately 5 to 6 people out with a bunch of pets down here too.
It's an all too familiar scene and sound in Butler Township. Raging water with no end in sight, and the damage from today's storm was evident everywhere you looked. Check out these pictures of a backyard on St. John's Road. A child's swing set and toys are almost completely covered, and the patio furniture looks like it's about to wash away. The flooding even caused a mine subsidence on Prospect Road. Crews were checking out the damage earlier this afternoon after a large portion of the roadway caved in. The Sleepy Hollow area was one of the worst hit.
I woke up at 7 o'clock in the morning to go to school, and our house was literally surrounded, like islanded with water.
The American Red Cross has set up a temporary shelter here at the Butler Township Community Center. Victims who were displaced by the flooding tell me that it's an all too familiar situation, not the excitement they were looking for on a Wednesday morning.
Fortunately, our house is like 15 feet above the water, but they recommend that we leave anyway because more rain's coming.
We're just waiting here to see what they say, see when we could go back.
The brand new community center will shelter anyone displaced by the flood until things are cleaned up.
Right now, we're here to provide a safe place for them to stay, food and sheltering for the time being, okay, and then assist them with any needs that we can as this progresses.
Township leaders called a declaration of emergency this morning. They're asking everyone to stay off the roads.
We have a lot of the roads blocked, but people continue to travel through it, and there's running water, and it's very unsafe for people to drive through these running water.
Even though it looks nice out now, the rain stopped. We're expecting some more this afternoon. The county emergency management folks are here, but we really would like people to minimize their driving in the township if possible. We have rock to clear off of roads and a lot of work to do that it's much easier if people aren't driving around.
Many people in Butler Township are left without power today.
The PP&L was down trying to shut off power at some of the houses that the meters are underwater, and they've actually disconnected power, shut it off for the whole entire area down here, unfortunately, but it's just something that has to be done.
We're told water is going down as of this newscast, but you're asked to stay off the roads until things are cleaned up. In the community of Butler Township, I'm Nikki Kreis for News 13.
All right, Nikki, thanks so much. What a month it's been from Mother Nature. Of course, many are still cleaning up from the historic flooding that happened a few weeks ago. Numerous organizations have been collecting things like clothes and supplies for the flood victims. The Diocese of Scranton and Catholic Social Services have been helping too. Those organizations joined forces with Catholic Relief Services of USA in supporting individuals and families who were affected by the flood. Last week, the diocese helped over 1,100 families all across different regions by providing gift cards to people in need. It was all possible thanks to church collections, but folks still want to do more.
Last week I was in Mackinac, and
one of the things that they were looking for was actually a collection of specific, which I thought were very unique items that they were in need of. And those items include bug spray, ant spray, cold medicine, Rolaids, Tums, wipes, baby wipes, light bulbs, flashlights.
Now, Catholic Social Services is collecting these items until Saturday. Then everything will be brought to Mackinac to help the families over there. Hundreds of residents continue to clean up after Hurricane Irene and Tropical Storm Lee, and now add in this latest flood event, and more cleaning products are going to be needed. That's where you can help. News 13 is still collecting cleaning products. We are assisting St. Paul's Lutheran Church in McAdoo with their Buckets of Love campaign. We're asking for household items such as cleaning products, gloves, buckets, sponges, bleach, and more. You can bring items to News 13 Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. All of the buckets will be delivered to those who need them most. It's not just monetary donations and cleaning products that are needed to help flood victims. There's a lot of physical work that needs to be done, and Greater Hazleton residents are stepping in to help the community. Today we found close to a dozen people cleaning cots, 1,600 cots to be exact. They were volunteering at the American Red Cross's Disaster Relief Headquarters in the Humboldt Industrial Park this afternoon. They're from Grace Fellowship Church in Hazleton and tell News 13 they wanted to do what they could to help.
We just wanted to help with the efforts. I work in Wilkes-Barre, so I was touched by the flooding, and I was looking for a way to help, and we got word through our church, through an email, that you could use our help, and so we gathered some troops real quick. It just took us a day or two.
Any one agency cannot meet the needs of the entire community, of the families affected by the disaster. So we are really working very well, and we're very grateful to the community for helping us help those affected by the disaster.
We're told some local Girl Scouts were also coming to help clean the cots. Officials with the American Red Cross say the community response and support has so far been overwhelming. How about cleaning out your closet so you could share the warmth? You might take it for granted, putting on a jacket when you're cold, but not everyone is that lucky, and many are turning to local agencies for help. Greater Hazleton's Catholic Social Services continues to see an increase in the number of families coming in for clothes, especially coats. So to ensure that no one goes without a warm jacket this winter, Samson Productions and the Standard Speaker are excited to kick off the first annual Greater Hazleton Coat Drive called Share the Warmth.
This was the idea of one of our salespeople, Carrie Gira. She brought it to me, and I said, I think it's a great idea. At this time, all these kind of events are helping people maybe who didn't need help before. So the everything that's happened with the flooding and everything, we saw that there was a need, and hopefully this is our part. It's a little bit of our part to help out those that need it at this time.
Everybody has an extra coat in their closet. I mean, if you go down to the basements, you go up in the attics, everybody has an extra coat. I could go to my closet and find 2 coats in our basements, and all we're asking really is if you have an extra coat, bring it to the various drop-offs. Everybody is in dire need today for something, and this is Share the Warmth, and I think it's a great opportunity for everything. And once again, thanks to Catholic Social Services, thanks to our media partner, Standard Speaker, and promoting this. But we're hoping that the public will respond. And just go in your closet right now. Probably people haven't used coats for 2-3 years just to help these people out.
Without the support of the community, we're a member agency of the United Way. We could not do what we do without organizations like this coming and stepping forward, and the community supporting that to help us make a difference, and for trusting us enough and the other service agencies to make this all happen.
You can share the warmth with others by donating gently used coats now until the end of October. Just drop off kids and adult jackets at these locations and check News 13 and the Standard Speaker for additional drop-off spots. All coats will go to Catholic Social Services Material Assistance Program. Stick around to News 13 Live at 5:30 to learn more about that program and why more and more people these days are asking for help. All right, coming up, some of our viewers watching at home are celebrating a big holiday starting tonight. And News 13 spent the day in court, the outcome of some hearings for some criminals cuffed in our area. But first, 3 people were hurt after a driver fails to stop and causes a 3-car accident.
stay tuned for great local programming all night long right here on SSP TV. At 6 o'clock, it's the Sam Wilson Show. Join Sam as he talks with Elaine Palance. And then from 6:30 to 8, you can find your favorite local programming online at ssptv.com. 8 o'clock, we'll be back on Channel 13 with our news rebroadcast. At 9 o'clock, it's a special episode of the Sam Wilson Show where he pays tribute to Jack Palance. Don't forget about the other rebroadcasts of our news at 10 and 11:30. And thank you for making News 13 your #1 local news station.
You're watching News 13, brought to you by SSP TV and the Standard Speaker with Janine Mazurkevich, Kristen Bazinski, Christina D'Amato, and Nikki Grimes.
Tonight's news is brought to you by Stephanie Salavantis for Luzerne County District Attorney, because it can be morning again in Luzerne County.
Boscov Buyer's Race. Our buyers bring you super buys with our honest price guarantee. Pick the winning buyer and you could win $2,500 in cash. 52% off Calvin Klein wool coats in 2 classic styles. Your choice, $119.99. 40 to 50% off our entire stock of Missy's famous designer sleepwear and loungewear. 60 to 71% off men's lightweight jackets, $9.99. And young men's thermal crews, only $4.99 at all Boscovs.
If you struggle with obesity, you know how difficult life can be, but there is help. The fully accredited Northeast Bariatric Center offers 3 surgical alternatives for weight loss, including the newest, minimally invasive sleeve procedure.
Improve your health and enjoy quality time with your family and friends. Just visit our website for more information or to check dates and times for our monthly informational session. You have a lot to gain by losing.
Do you want the area's best selection of beer in cases and kegs? Well, you've got it at JoJo's Beverages on the Airport Beltway. All the best brews, no extra charge for cold ones, and over 300 varieties by the cases, plus kegs and lottery. We also carry Tom Hicken bottled water and great spring water. So when it comes to where you go for your brew, go to JoJo's Beverage, owned and operated by Joe Nemchek, a Nemchek family company, on the Airport Beltway in Hazleton, open 7 days a week.
Luzerne County needs Dick Hughes as judge. With the highest ethical rating possible, he'll bring integrity to our court. Dick Hughes, a quarter-century of broad-based legal experience in the courtroom, and as a criminal prosecutor, he's endorsed by law enforcement. Dick Hughes, committed to running an efficient court that saves tax dollars. Vote Dick Hughes for judge. The right person, the right time.
3 people were hurt in this 3-car accident in Sugarloaf Township Tuesday night. It happened just after 5 o'clock along Route 93 near Falzones before the 80 ramps. Troopers told News 13 that one vehicle was stopped and waiting to turn into Falzones. The pickup truck failed to stop and smashed into the back of that car, pushing it into oncoming traffic. That car then collided with another vehicle. Some of the crash victims were complaining of head injuries, but everyone, we're told, was walking around at the scene and conscious. Turning now to news from our local courtrooms, a Hazleton man charged with robbing 2 city stores earlier this month will try his luck on the county level and stand trial for the robbery spree. 28-year-old Leonel Ortiz Colon is charged with robbing Craig's convenience store on West Broad Street and the Puff and Pick store at 15th and Grant Streets, both at knife point. Colon was in Judge Joe Zola's courtroom today, where he could have taken a hearing but instead waived the charges against him. The judge sent Colon back to the county prison to await his next court appearance at the Luzerne County Courthouse in Wilkes-Barre for his formal arraignment. Judge Zola sent a West Hazleton man back to prison today to await trial for firing a gun in the city. O'Neill Charrington was picked up by police after he allegedly fired several rounds from a handgun early this past Saturday while driving in the area of Lincoln Street and West Diamond Avenue. After police pulled the car over, Charrington admitted firing that gun and was charged with reckless endangerment, which was withdrawn by police today, and carrying an unlicensed firearm, a disorderly conduct, and they all were held for trial. 3 other people in the car were not charged and were released by police. Police said the gun was found under the seat of the car and that shell casings found at Lincoln and Maple Streets matched those in that pistol. This Keystone Job Corps Center student, who was arrested by Butler Township Police for assaulting several other students and center personnel, will also let a jury decide his fate after a court hearing today. 19-year-old Terquan Watson of Newark, Delaware, got into an argument with a 17-year-old female around 9:30 on the night of September 10th, pushed her head into a wall, and then struck another female student in the face. Police said the girl's boyfriend then got involved, at which time they broke up the fight. Police said that evolved in Watson pulling a pair of scissors from under his clothes and began cutting a Harrisburg student in the neck several times. Watson is still behind bars tonight, awaiting his next appearance in county court. Charges filed against Michael Barron following a domestic dispute were dismissed this morning by District Judge Gerald Feisner in Freeland. Borough police had charged Barron with simple assault and harassment after he allegedly beat up Marianne Doherty, with whom he lives on Adams Street in the borough. Police said during the course of an argument, Barron grabbed Doherty by the throat and began choking her with both hands before throwing her on a coffee table, breaking it in two. Well, you may want to can the cantaloupe from your diet for a bit. At least 16 people have died from contaminated cantaloupes. The Centers for Disease Control says at least 72 illnesses and 13 deaths are linked to the listeria outbreak in cantaloupes from a farm in Colorado. Health departments in 4 states report 3 more deaths that may be linked to the contaminated fruit. That makes this the deadliest food outbreak in more than a decade. That's according to the Associated Press. Now, listeria is considered more deadly than salmonella or E. coli. The fruit was recalled earlier this month after illnesses were linked to the cantaloupes. No cases have been reported in Pennsylvania or New Jersey as of yesterday, but they were among the 26 states that Jensen Farms melons were distributed to. Consumers should look for a label saying Colorado grown, distributed by Frontera Produce, JensenFarms.com, or Sweet Rocky Fords. If there's no label, ask the store that sold it to you. That's what the CDC suggests. And they're not made by Tyson. Don't know why that graphic is on there, folks. On your screen right now, your winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played, everyone. Your daily number, 985. Your big 4, 8823. Quinto, 66103. And Treasure Hunt, 3, 7, 11, 14, and 30.
Thank you for making News 13 your #1 local news station. Here's your lineup for Thursday.
This month's edition of Senior Scene is brought to you by the following sponsors. Baffiel Family Chiropractic, located at 486 on Route 93 in Sugarloaf, keeping you young for your first 100 years. 788-3737. Freeland Elderly Apartments, looking for a new place to call home? Apartments are now available. Call Lori for details. Bucci Laser Vision, 7 locations to see you. Your second chance to see life for the first time. 1-877-Dr. Bucci or visit BucciVision.com. Howard's Jewelers, located inside the Laurel Mall, for the quality you deserve. Named by National Jewelers Magazine as one of America's best jewelers. Hazleton Eye Specialists, 453-2020. Heights Terrace Pharmacy, 454-8748. Maylath's Health System, 708-2929. Providence Place, 788-7555. The Laurel Senior Living Community, 455-7757. Fritzinger Senior Living Community, 788-4178. Weatherwood Nursing Home, 427-8683. Consulate Healthcare, The Manor and Pavilion at St. Luke's Village, 453-5100. Evanco Respiratory, 455-4699. Mountain City Nursing, 454-8888. Dr. Michael Portanova, 401-1916. Senior Scene is published within the Standard Speaker the last Tuesday of every month.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town. The American Cancer Society of the Greater Hazleton area presents the Look Good, Feel Better program. This will be on October 3rd from 1 to 3 p.m. at the Hazleton Health and Wellness Center, and on October 4th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Hazleton Imaging. Volunteer beauty professionals teach women with cancer how to deal with the side effects. For reservations, please call 1-888-227-5445, option 1, before October 1st. And there will be a Chinese auction to benefit the Catherine LeBar Charitable Foundation. This will be on Sunday, October 2nd at the Faith United Church of Christ. Doors will open at 10, auctions at 2, and you don't even have to be present to win. And there will be a preview on Saturday, October 1st. And that's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 extends our deepest sympathies to the family and friends of these recently departed. Phyllis May Kingerman, formerly of Jetto. A memorial service will be on October 7th at 4 p.m. from the Faro Funeral Home in Florida. Freda C. Carey of Freeland. The funeral services will be on Friday at 10 a.m. from the McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home. Friends may call Thursday from 6 to 9 p.m. And Magdalene Santilli of Freeland. A massive Christian burial will be held Thursday at 10 a.m. from the Immaculate Conception Parish of St. Anne's Church. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop on 15th Street in Hazleton. Free delivery to all local funeral homes. Call 570-454-0111.
The Medicine Shop is fully stocked with Lifeguard Omega 3 along with other nutritional products. Stop by today at the Medicine Shop, 1101 West 15th Street in Hazleton, and pick up your Omega 3 products today.
The Mountain View Cemetery, located along North Street in West Hazleton, has served as a final resting place for beloved members of area families since 1900. This non-denominational cemetery is available for all. The new section will use flat bronze grave markers to denote the name of the loved ones. Please contact the Mountain View Cemetery Association, 454-8101.
The ongoing dispute between Dr. Victor Greco and the New Bobby's of New York restaurant has come to an end for now. Greco's property is adjacent to the property where the restaurant sits. One of the issues Greco had with the restaurant's owner, John Hoffman, deals with the parking lot and how close cars are parking to the Greco property. Also, that cars are using his driveway to turn around in. At a zoning board hearing last night in Butler, Greco and his attorney Gordon Bigelow said they have withdrawn their appeal and plan to let the township handle the violations.
At the August meeting of the zoning hearing board was the date originally set for the appeal taken by the Grecos to the stormwater permit that was issued concerning the lot adjacent to their home where an additional parking area was established for the restaurant owned by Mr. Hoffman. At the August meeting, counsel for the Hoffman and Gallagher, who's the property owner, Hoffman is the tenant on that property, requested a continuance, and it was rescheduled to this date. Our request, and there was an act that occurred in the interim, and that act which occurred in the interim is the fact that on August 30th, an enforcement notice was actually issued by the zoning officer, also the code enforcement officer for Butler Township, and a second notice, a notice of violation. Both notices deal in large part with this particular property in question, which is where the parking lot is. And those notices, for all intents and purposes, render our appeal moot because the action is most appropriate taken by the township. So I was looking to, I simply asked this panel if they would choose to do so, to continue our appeal to the scheduled date on the appeal of these notices, because Attorney Andruzzi indicated that both notices, and speaking with him last week, would be appealed. I was looking to consolidate all these matters for one hearing. They chose not to, which is fine. That's their prerogative. I certainly understand that. And it was then most appropriate for us simply to withdraw our appeal, because this is a matter that needs to be pursued by the township. It is being pursued. The violations are being pursued by the township. It's most appropriate that they pursue it versus us.
Bobby's opened back in June of this year and so far employs just over 40 people. Another sad day when it comes to the weather, as so many were again affected by raging waters left behind by the constant showers and downpours we've been seeing since last night. As we head outdoors right now, you see a little bit of a speed up of how the clouds looked today here in Greater Hazleton. Tonight, we'll see showers once again with a low down to 57. Tomorrow, we're going to cool off a bit. Mostly cloudy skies sticking around. Again, we do see some showers, possibly even a thunderstorm rolling through Greater Hazleton. Let's just hope it's not as heavy as it was last night and today. Give these folks a little bit of a break from all the flooding. Your forecast tonight brought to you by Team Beachbody with Beachbody coach Justin Mateo. Do you want to do something you're passionate about and make money doing it? Become a Team Beachbody coach. Inspire others to achieve their goals and enjoy a healthy, fulfilling life. It's very easy. All you got to do is give Justin a call and he can tell you a little bit more. 233-7516 is his number. And finally, tonight live at 5, the celebration of the Jewish New Year, Rosh Hashanah, starts at sundown tonight and traditionally lasts for 2 days. The holiday, which translates to head of the year, is both the Jewish New Year and days of repentance. Rosh Hashanah takes place 10 days before Yom Kippur, and many use this as a time of reflection. And in that 10-day period, many will apologize to those they have wronged and hope to find forgiveness. Now, the ram's horn, or shofar, is considered the most important symbol of the holiday. The sounds created through the blowing of the shofar are a wake-up call for the Jewish community to repent. We say Happy New Year to our friends of the Jewish faith who are watching at home tonight. All right, coming up live at 5:30, want to know a place where you can make double the money you're making just by whipping up some tacos? Sound a little out of this world? Well, it's not, and it's right here in the United States. Plus, ahead tonight, more on that coat drive News 13 has teamed up with the Standard Speaker for, how it will help keep folks warm this winter, and why a collection like this is needed more now than ever. You will be surprised to hear just how many of your neighbors are living in poverty. Check out our new and improved website at ssptv.com. You can see rebroadcasts of tonight's newscast there 24/7. Stay with us, everyone. We're back into Live at 5:30.
Savings of the Green Sale event is now in progress. Experience tomorrow's technology today with Earthwise vinyl windows and doors installed by Just Windows and much, much more. Saving energy daily translates into saving money. And saving Mother Earth for tomorrow's generations of homeowners is priceless. So take the leap to more eco-friendly homes with an environmentally friendly windows and doors from Just Windows and much, much more.
Ashley, you forgot about free estimates.
Come on, man. Call today for a free estimate. Tell them Ashley sent you.
When it comes to your health, you need to put your trust in a team of experienced professionals. Mountain City Nursing and Rehabilitation Center, an Extendicare facility, has one goal in mind: helping people live better. Short-term rehabilitation is our business. Mountain City offers you a chance to recover on our STAR unit, a short-term unit for patients who need some rehab before going home. We provide dedicated nursing and therapy services and offer you a personalized plan of recovery through our evidence-based recovery track programming.
Mountain City helps me live better.
Take a deep breath. It's all gonna be fine. Come on, take a deep breath. Keep on breathing.
Feed a hungry child. Give generously to CEO.
Over 55 years, Hazleton Standard Fuel Company Incorporated has been serving the area with high standards in the heating industry. Installation and repair work done by certified master technicians. Free heating specials. Convenient budget plans. Call us today at 454-0504. Hazleton Standard Fuel Company Incorporated.
16 years ago, I felt that Greater Hazleton needed local television news and information. Today, I'm very proud to say that in the last 16 years, we have been able to give you only the local news that you want to know. Hi, everyone. I'm Sam Lassant, CEO of Samson Productions, SSP TV. With a very dedicated staff, we are the only local television station delivering local news and information to over 55,000 people each weekday in your hometown. We produce over 21 local television shows that provide you with not only up-to-the-minute local news, but information about your health, your community activities, and local information that is important for you to know. Now, with our media partnership with the Standard Speaker, we are the only media delivering news and information to over 105,000 people each weekday. We could not do any of this if it were not for our advertisers. These advertisers have made an investment in our local community. Please support these businesses, and I welcome any advertiser to take advantage of our local programming. Once again, I thank all of you for your support.
Well, it's sad to think some people don't even have a warm winter coat to wear when the weather dips. Even worse, there are folks that have to visit places like Catholic Social Services just so they have clothes to dress in. Poverty in our area is the highest it's ever been, and that's why we are asking you to share the warmth. It's where we begin tonight live at 5:30.
From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Hi again, everyone. Thanks for staying with us tonight live at 5:30. I'm Kristen Bazinski. Well, soon the temperature is going to be dropping down to chilly digits, and you won't be able to head outdoors without a warm winter coat. However, you might take it for granted, grabbing a jacket out of your closet to wear when you're cold, but not everyone is that lucky. Last year in northeastern Pennsylvania, 1 in about every 6 people were living in poverty, and 1 in 4 were children. The U.S. Census Bureau has seen a dramatic increase in the number of families asking for help, and our Christina D'Amato reports that many are turning to Catholic Social Services.
Greater Hazleton's Catholic Social Services continues to see an increase in the number of families coming in because they need things like coats.
We're seeing an increase in the number of families who come in for our material assistance program, and that's actually for food, clothing, and other items. And a big part of that right now for us, and we were just talking about that at a resource meeting today, is the fact of how the economy is. And so it's really having a direct effect on that program.
But there is something that will help ensure that no one goes without a warm jacket this winter. It's called Share the Warmth, the first annual Greater Hazleton Coat Drive, and it's all thanks to Samson Productions News 13 and the Standard Speaker. Neil Roberto says it's a perfect time for a drive.
These coats will go directly to individuals and families who have that need, and we're just so grateful to Samson and the Standard Speaker for actually putting this whole thing together and trusting us to be able to do this and get this to folks who have that need.
And SSP TV and the Standard Speaker are happy to help.
This was the idea of one of our salespeople, Carrie Gira. She brought it to me, and I said, I think it's a great idea. At this time, all these kind of events are helping people maybe who didn't need help before. So the everything that's happened with the flooding and everything, we saw that there was a need, and hopefully this is our our part. It's a little bit of our part to help out those that need it at this time.
Everybody has an extra coat in their closet. I mean, if you go down to the basements, you go up in the attics, everybody has an extra coat. I could go to my closet and find 2 coats in our basements, and all we're asking really is you have an extra coat, bring it to the various drop-offs. Everybody is in dire need today for something, and this is Share the Warmth, and I think it's a great opportunity for everything. And once again, thanks to Catholic Social Services, thanks to our media partner, Standard Speaker, and promoting this. But we're hoping that the public will respond. And just go in your closet right now. Probably people haven't used coats for 2 or 3 years just to help these people out.
Without the support of the community, we're a member agency of the United Way. We could not do what we do without organizations like this coming and stepping forward, and the community supporting that to help us make a difference, and for trusting us enough and the other service agencies to make this all happen.
Now until the end of October, share the warmth with others by donating gently used coats. Just drop off any type of jacket from kids to adult sizes at these locations and check News 13 and the speaker for additional drop-off spots. All coats will go to Catholic Social Services Material Assistance Program. They will be offered to families so that everyone is warm and toasty this winter. In the community of Hazleton, Christina D'Amato, News 13.
Christina, thank you so much. Well, I think it's safe to say rain is the last thing Luzerne County needs right now, but it seems like lately it's all we've been seeing. In fact, so far this month, parts of Greater Hazleton have recorded more than 16 inches and counting. The excess water has caused major flooding in parts of Butler Township. Officials even declared a declaration of emergency today. News 13's Nikki Cry spoke to some who were forced to leave their homes this morning. They were rescued by boat.
We didn't expect this much rain. We went to bed last night hoping it would be over.
Unfortunately, Jim Moran and his wife were wrong. The flooding in Butler Township was just beginning. The couple, along with many others, was rescued by boat today. Valley Regional firefighters were going non-stop since 2 o'clock this morning.
Down in Nesco Manor, we rescued one individual down there. Then we moved over to Sleepy Hollow where we got the call for multiple residents trapped. We ended up rescuing almost 15 people down there with around 4 pets. And then we moved over here to the golf course here and rescued approximately 5 to 6 people out with a bunch of pets down here too.
It's an all too familiar scene and sound in Butler Township. Raging water with no end in sight, and the damage from today's storm was evident everywhere you looked. Check out these pictures of a backyard on St. John's Road. A child's swing set and toys are almost completely covered, and the patio furniture looks like it's about to wash away. The flooding even caused a mine subsidence on Prospect Road. Crews were checking out the damage earlier this afternoon after a large portion of the roadway caved in. The Sleepy Hollow area was one of the worst hit.
I woke up at 7 o'clock in the morning to go to school, and our house was literally surrounded, like islanded with water.
The American Red Cross has set up a temporary shelter here at the Butler Township Community Center. Victims who were displaced by the flooding tell me that it's an all too familiar situation, not the excitement they were looking for on a Wednesday morning.
Fortunately, our house is like 15 feet above the water, but they recommended we leave anyway because more rain's coming.
We're just waiting here to see what they say, see when we could go back.
The brand new community center will shelter anyone displaced by the flood until things are cleaned up.
Right now, we're here to provide a safe place for them to stay, food and sheltering for the time being, okay, and then assist them with any needs that we can as this progresses.
Township leaders called a declaration of emergency this morning. They're asking everyone to stay off the roads.
We have a lot of the roads blocked, but people continue to travel through it, and there's running water, and it's very unsafe for people to drive through these running water.
Even though it looks nice out now, the rain stopped. We're expecting some more this afternoon. The county emergency management folks are here, but we really would like people to minimize their driving in the township if possible. We have rock to clear off of roads and a lot of work to do that it's much easier if people aren't driving around.
Many people in Butler Township are left without power today.
The PP&L was down trying to shut off power at some of the houses that the meters are underwater, and they've actually disconnected power, shut it off for the whole entire area down here, unfortunately, but it's just something that has to be done.
We're told water is going down as of this newscast, but you're asked to stay off the roads until things are cleaned up. In the community of Butler Township, I'm Nikki Kreis for News 13.
All right, thanks, Nikki. Now, we're being told that many of the roads that were closed have reopened since Nikki filed that report, but there still are road closures and there still are problems on the roadways with the flooding, so just make sure you are cautious if you do head out tonight. Well, it's not just monetary donations and cleaning products that are needed to help flood victims. There's a lot of physical work that needs to be done, and Greater Hazleton residents are stepping in to help their community. Today, we found close to a dozen people cleaning cots. 1,600 cots to be exact. They were volunteering at the American Red Cross Disaster Relief Headquarters in the Humboldt Industrial Park this afternoon. They're from Grace Fellowship Church in Hazleton and tell News 13 they wanted to do what they could to help.
We just wanted to help with the efforts. I work in Wilkes-Barre, so I was touched by the flooding, and I was looking for a way to help, and we got word through our church, through an email, that you could use our help, and so we gathered some troops real quick. It just took us a day or two.
Any one agency cannot meet the needs of the entire community, of the families affected by the disaster. So we are really working very well, and we're very grateful to the community for helping us help those affected by the disaster.
We're told some local Girl Scouts were also coming to help clean the cots. Officials with the American Red Cross say the community response and support has so far been overwhelming. And it sure has. Stay tuned. There's still much more to come tonight, live at 5:30. Later, we'll take a look at your full forecast and find out just how much more rain we're going to get. But first, it was a sunny day inside the Arthur Street Annex. Some little ones are taking pride in their good behavior. We will explain when we come right back.
You're watching News 13 with Janine Mazurkevich, Kristen Bazinski, Christina D'Amato, and Nikki Cry.
Tonight's news is brought to you by Stephanie Salavantis for Luzerne County District Attorney, because it can be morning again in Luzerne County.
Oh, fumble!
I'll be here all day!
Yep, it's football season. And great deals are waiting for you at Berger Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Like a new Jeep Patriot 4x4 starting at $18,495. Plus, we'll pay more for your trade guaranteed. Just off I-81, exit 145 Hazleton. Since 1921, drive with experience.
Did you know every day is Earth Day at Harry's U Poulet Auto Parts? Harry's U Poulet pays you top dollar for your used vehicle. All vehicles are environmentally recycled, and then the parts are sold at unbelievable low prices. Call us for more details at 459-9901 or visit us on the web at wegotuse.com.
When it comes to all of your grocery needs, shop Boyer's Food Markets at 2 locations, 15th Street in Hazleton and South Hancock Street in McAdoo. Here are this week's specials. Every weekend, look in our hot food area for wings, tenders, and other party favorites. Don't forget about our gift cards and our senior citizens discounts. We also have double coupons every day. You can also go to BoyersFood.com for our weekly circular, monthly super specials, and much more. It's all at Boyer's Food Markets in Hazleton and McAdoo.
Anyone can make a phone call. What's important is who's on the other end. We've been doing injury law for more than 35 years. It's what we do most. It's what we do best. It's what we do every day. So if you're hurt and want a lawyer who does nothing but injury law every day, there's no reason to call anyone else.
Call Velo Law, Injury Lawyers.
Sciatica is defined as pain that radiates from the lower back and is caused by the irritation of the sciatic nerves. Sciatica can cause tremendous pain, and normal daily activities become almost impossible. Chiropractic care works on correcting or removing the pressure placed on the sciatic nerve and reducing pain. To see if chiropractic care may be able to help you, give Dr. Joe Bafeel at the Feel Family Chiropractic a call today, 570-788-3737.
Well, how do you feel about the Hazleton Area School District buying the former Bishop Hafey building and making it part of the high school campus? You have a chance to speak up next Thursday. As we've been telling you, a special public meeting will be held in the Hazleton Area Career Center large group room on Thursday, October 6th at 6 o'clock. The school district has been interested in the facility for quite some time. The board has been divided for months on whether the former Bishop Hafey building would be a cost-effective option to help the district with overcrowding. Last week, the board approved a purchase agreement with the Diocese of Scranton. The Department of Education would need to approve the purchase in order for the district to receive back a percentage of the cost of the building, which will also need some renovations done to it to fit the needs of the district. That will be an added cost on top of the $5.5 million price tag. Anyone wishing to formally be included in the agenda at the public meeting or wishing to submit written comments need to send some info to Acting Superintendent Dr. Francis Antonelli. You have until noon on Wednesday, October 5th to give your name, address, and phone number. There will be an item on the agenda of the meeting in which additional comments will be received from the floor for individuals to ask questions or make comments and suggestions. Well, each week, News 13 takes you inside a classroom in the Hazleton Area School District to see what the kids are learning about. Tonight, our Nikki Kreis heads to Arthur Street Annex, where some kindergartners are showing a lot of pride.
Well, each week we go visit a school within the Hazleton Area School District. Today we're at the Arthur Street Annex, Mrs. Lapchak's kindergarten class, and these students have a lot of pride. They're behaved very well here in school, and they're going to tell us about the program that each classroom at Arthur Street implements throughout the school year. It's called Pride, and they have everything memorized, so we're gonna ask them about Pride. Now, it's P-R-I-D-E. We're going to see what those letters stand for. We're going to start with you.
P, proud to be me.
Proud to be me. What about R?
R, respect for others.
Respect for others.
I will be ready.
I will be ready. D, right?
D, do the safe thing.
Do the safe thing. Okay, and what about E?
E, everyone shows pride.
Wow, you guys are great, and I see you have a little teddy bear, you have a crown, and you have a little necklace too. So does that mean you're a star student? So I think each day in Mrs. Lapchak's classroom, they pick a prince and a princess that has a lot of pride. They're the star students, and Logan here is the prince, and I think Samantha is the princess back there. We can see her. So all of these kids have a special song to sing for us, so they're going to sing it. It's about pride. So I'm going to let these kids sing the song. I'm going to move out of the way. Go ahead, guys.
I'm here talking. I'm here talking. Where is pride? Where is pride? Can you show me pride now? Can you show me pride now? Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
That was so great. You guys are so talented. I really liked the song, and you all knew all the words. That's great. Congratulations to all the kindergarten students in Mrs. Lapchak's class. They are showing a lot of pride, and they are very well behaved, and they're having a lot of fun in kindergarten. I will send it back to you. I'm here at Arthur Street Annex.
So cute, Nikki. Thank you so much. Well, stay with us because there's more to come here in your community news station tonight. Right after sports with Freddie B, we will check out the rest of the forecast. Will we be having any more problems with flooding and high water in the greater Hazleton area? Let's see what Mother Nature has in store.
Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on Channel 13, you will have 13 minutes to call in and win a free pay-per-view movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Tonight's winner, Fillmore Williams of Drums. Fillmore, if you're watching, give us a call right now at 570-459-9813 to win your free movie.
We're still coming to Jimmy's.
We are too!
For the past 9 years, I've been providing Hazleton personal, accurate, and immediate radiologic services.
I'm Dr. Steve Reinhaus, board-certified radiologist at Reinhaus Radiology. Recently, I relocated from my former facility to open this new center because I was unwilling to compromise my service to you. Here at Reinhaus Radiology, I strive, along with my talented staff, to provide you with absolute best in diagnostic imaging services. So when results matter, be sure. Request Reinhaus Radiology.
SSP TV Sports on News 13 with Fred Barletta Jr.
It all comes down to the final day of the Major League Baseball season. You know, traditionally, the season had ended on Sunday, had a weekend deal. This year they changed it. It hasn't ended in the middle of the week, well, since 1976. But here we go. Here's the setup. Because of what happened last night, where the Rays knocked off the Yankees 5-3, well, that sets the stage for tonight. 7 o'clock, it's Yanks and Rays. Meanwhile, 7 o'clock at Camden Yards, it's Boston and Baltimore. They enter the game dead even. Perfect tie. So you can figure out the scenario. If both teams win or both teams lose, well, then you got yourself a tie. And that'll result in a one-game playoff tomorrow in Boston. Now, if one team wins and the other loses, well, the winner goes, the loser is out and done for the season. It's too bad they're not playing each other. It added an awful lot to it, but they may get that chance tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. Meanwhile, in the National League, it's like this. You see that game, Phillies and Atlanta. Doesn't mean anything for the Phils, but it means everything for the Braves because the Cardinals, who are playing the Houston Astros, are now tied for that last wild card spot with the Atlanta Braves. So the Phils will have a stake in that. So we'll see what happens. Again, there's a possibility of a tie there in the National League, and that would result in a one-game playoff. So some excitement in Major League Baseball on this final day of the season. I've never been a big proponent of the wild card, but I got to say something. It worked out perfect this year, so we'll see what happens. Let's check the scoreboard from yesterday scholastically. We'll start in the water where on the boys' side of things, Hazleton area dunked Pottsville 12-8. Final there as Dakota Jesperson led the charge for Michelle Yakubowski's gang. On the girls' side of things, Hazleton area followed the path of Shayna Grego, and they came away with a win over the Crimson Tide. Soccer action, GAR over MMI. In golf, MMI got upended by Hazleton area's Jared Piskorik fired a 36 over the 9 holes. In tennis action, Hazleton area 3-2 winners over Wyoming Valley West. Volleyball, Marion keeps on rolling straight sets over Tri-Valley. What we've got today, we've got postponements. It was supposed to be a cross-country meet with the clusters running all over the place. Well, that didn't take place because of the weather. No makeup date before that Hazleton area cluster one. As far as field hockey, Hazleton area Nanticoke off the boards, rained out. That's a TBA. Soccer, well, what can we tell you? As we're speaking right now, they're at least going to try to get soccer in. They're playing at Harmon Geist on the turf. And if it's not torrential rain, you can play, but it's iffy at best. Wyoming Sem, Hazleton area. Tennis, Tunkhannock, Hazleton area off the boards. That one is postponed with no makeup date. And we've got Berwick and MMI. Our report was at 4 o'clock they were attempting to get this in. Berwick made the trip, but boy, I'll tell you, I don't know. Unless over at MMI, the last hour or so it hasn't been raining, we will see. We can tell you this, if it isn't raining up at Tunkhannock, Hazleton area did get there. There was a detour because of a sinkhole on Route 309 going up into Tunkhannock, but they did get there safe and sound, and when I checked in, they are playing volleyball this afternoon up in Tunkhannock. So let's hope they can get home safely. Wednesday's steak and ale night at Bottlenecks. You could choose from a variety of specialty hand-cut steaks served with unlimited salad and fries for just $9.95. And there's always great beer specials all night long at Bottlenecks. And don't forget, the kitchen's open till midnight 7 days a week, and they've got shuffleboard, darts, pool, a whole lot of other stuff when you're not watching those baseball playoff games, or really not a playoff, but it feels like it.
Everyone knows that Bottlenecks is the home of award-winning wings and mouth-watering steaks, but now a new tasty reason to stop by. New succulent snow crab legs, steamed, seasoned, and served with lemon and hot melted butter. And seafood fans will love Monday nights for the crab and clam seafood jam. featuring little neck clams in garlic butter and peel and eat Old Bay shrimp. Bottlenecks is open 7 days a week. The kitchen is open till midnight every day. There's always a reason to stop by Bottlenecks.
Is anyone ready when you are? How about your doctor or lawyer, your contractor, husband or kids? Is their time really more valuable than yours? We don't think so. The Wire Guys always have time for you. For lighting or a standby generator, we're there. Wiring upgrade or renovations, no problem. New appliances or media room, we're ready to hook you up. Call us for an immediate appointment. We won't make you wait, and everything's guaranteed. The Wire Guys!
Take a deep breath. It's all gonna be fine. Come on, take a deep breath. Keep on breathing.
Feed a hungry child. Give generously to CEO.
The Mountain View Cemetery, located along North Street in West Hazleton, has served as a final resting place for beloved members of area families since 1900. This non-denominational cemetery is available for all. The new section will use flat bronze grave markers to denote the name of the loved ones. Please contact the Mountain View Cemetery Association, 454-8101.
Boscov's Buyer's Race. Our buyers bring you super buys with our honest price guarantee. Pick the winning buyer, you could win $2,500 in cash. 69% off layered look rib knit tops by Hastings & Smith, $7.99. The Ole Cassini Platinum Collection of Missy's By Stretch Pants, our price $12.99. 79% off a 2-pack of Dollhouse and Rampage bras, $4.99. And save an extra 20% off our low sale prices during the final days of our mattress sale at all Boscov's.
Will the rain clear up in time for a few days off this weekend? And just how low will the temps go by week's end? Some big questions tonight. And for tonight, we see showers continuing with a low down to 57 degrees. Sun sets at 6:51. Your sun rises again on your Thursday at 6:58. Averages and records are on your screen right now. And as we go to your 4-day outlook, we'll take a look at the weekend, where first, Thursday, we're going to see possibility of a thunderstorm. Showers continue. We're up to 66. We dip down to 52 on your Thursday evening. Friday, there is partly sunny skies coming our way. A chance, slight chance, 30% chance of showers. 59 will be our high. Friday night, it's going to be chilly. We dip down to 43. Saturday, mostly cloudy skies. No sign of any rain. 52 will be our high. And it's the same deal for Sunday as well. Forecast tonight brought to you by our good friends at the Lazy Dog Salon. Dog and cat grooming on North Broad Street in West Hazleton. Call 459-0310 to make your furry friend an appointment, because he or she can look like Bruiser, a golden doodle. He's so cute. Bruiser, love him. If you want your little furry friend to look like Bruiser, give him a call and make an appointment today. All right, we end with this great story. I think it's great. If you're having a tough time finding a new job, or maybe you want to make some more dough, believe it or not, a place exists where companies are hiring like crazy. You can make $15 an hour serving tacos, $25 an hour waiting tables, and $80,000 a year driving trucks. But you have to move to another state. That state, North Dakota. A tiny town surrounding the oil-rich area is now scrambling to find workers to support its new rush of labor, and that means more high-paying entry-level jobs. Restaurants and grocery stores to convenience stores and local banks pay a minimum of $12 per hour. But there is a bad side to all of that good. The boom has caused a higher cost of living, more traffic, and a huge housing shortage for locals. I already have my bags packed. That'll do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. If you want to catch this newscast again, tune in for a rebroadcast throughout tonight and into your Thursday morning. And don't forget, ssptv.com. That's where you can check out the news anytime you want, along with other great local shows seen here and only here on SSP TV Channel 13. Have yourself a great night, everyone. Good luck to all of the recent flood victims from all the rain last night and today, and all those who continue to clean up from all of this rain. Good night, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.